Okay, welcome back. So we are going to start from where we left off, and that was to create a watermelon product. Now we want to bring in stock for watermelon in our inventory or stock. So we want to come here and come to inventory. But instead of having to come to the side menu, you can just click inventory here. It will take you to inventory. See, it's a lot faster and easier instead of going to the sidebar menu. That's why we have those links up there. Let's skip this. That's why we have the links up there. Modules that are related have their links together so that we can have an easy access. So you can see we already have one item. The stock balance is 0 because we don't have stock. The potential relative value, everything is still 0. So in order to add stock for watermelon, you come here and click this button, add new stock. So this form will be displayed and then our date is already pre-filled. Then you have to pick a supplier or vendor. The system will give you a default vendor. If you want to create your own vendor, you click on this link, add vendor. Then you fill up the form as you should. Then you click save, but I won't be doing that. I'll just use the default vendor. So now here I select the product, watermelon. Let's say I have more than one product I can add stock for more than one product. But our only product is watermelon. So I'm going to be using watermelon. Now the stock quantity I want to add is 100 units. You can add stock in pack or carton or in any other measurement, but I'm using unit just as the use case. Then the currency is Naira, it's already pre-filled. Then the cost price by each item is 800. Of course, the cost price will be less than the selling price, and since selling price for 1 unit is 1000 Naira, like we did in our last video, the cost price is reasonable to be 800 Naira. Then you can pick an expiry date. It is not compulsory, it is optional, but since it's fruits, it can easily rot. So let's just pick an expiry date. Let's say it will expire by the end of the week. It's optional though. Then you can also select a store here. For now, we only have one store. This front store is automatically generated by the system for us, so we don't have to create store on our own. Then if you want to create your own store, you can just click this. Then you type in the name of the store, maybe warehouse, or anything at all. But I won't be doing that, so I picked my store, and then I click add stock. You see, we have the list of the items we want to receive inventory for, we want to receive stock for, and for now it's just watermelon. You can edit the quantity here, you can delete it if you don't want it. Then you have the balance, which is 80,000 Naira. And so how do we pay for our supply? You can use cash. If you're using cash, which is the default payment method, all you just need to do is put the right amount that you are paying and then click save. And if you are using POS, then that means you have to pick a bank. But we are yet to create a bank. We are still going to do that. But you will have to pick a bank account from which you are making the payment for the stock. And the same thing goes for bank transfer, of course. You also pick a bank account. And then credit. Credit means you are buying it on credit. You are still going to pay the supplier later. And so you just click save. Then payment split. Payment split means that you are using multiple types of payment method. Let's say you want to use both POS and bank transfer and cash all at once. Perhaps the person doesn't have enough cash. He wants to pay with cash and then transfer the rest using bank transfer or POS. That is when you use payment split. Then you click save. But let's use credit. Okay, and then I just click save. Stock saves successfully, very fast. Okay, so we have our watermelon now. Available stock is 100 units. We are yet to sell, so the dispense is still 0. And of course, since we have not sold, any unit from our inventory, from our watermelon. The closing stock is still 100. And of course, our cost price, just as we set it, is 800, and the amount is 80,000. But let's say that you received 120 units of stock, but you mistakenly post 100. How do you solve that? You use the stock adjustment, right? Stock adjustment. So this icon here is for stock adjustments. You click it, it displays a modal. You pick your dates of the adjustment, then you pick the store where you put in the quantity, and that is front store. And then we see that the available quantity is 100, but the actual quantity is 120, not 100, because you made a mistake. The account to charge, let's say cost of goods sold, and then the reason, of course, it could be any reason, but in this use case, it's typographical error. And you click save. You see, 120. That is, you have adjusted your stock. And by the time you have a lot of items, a lot of products, this list is going to get very long. You can, if you want to add stock just for watermelon, not stock adjustment now, just we want to bring in new stock, you just click this plus. Instead of having to click this button, you click this plus, and it will display the same modal, except that the product is already pre-filled because you specifically click the add button on watermelon, and then you follow through the same process and you click save. But I won't be doing that now. So you can see that our stock balance is now 96,000. The potential retail value is 120,000, and it is obvious that our profit margin is 20%. So that is the profit we are going to get. So yeah, another thing we can do, in case let's say you have 5,000 items that you want to create, and you want to create inventory or stock for them, will you have to be doing this one by one? I think that is going to be very, very exhausting. So we have this beautiful functionalities, this beautiful feature that you can use to bring in thousands of stock in few minutes without breaking a sweat. So you click this, then you pick a measurement here, coming. Inventory. Okay, that took some time. Sorry about that. So you click unit. Let's say the stock you want to bring in, they are all in either unit or pack or carton. Then you pick unit. If it is liter, you pick liter. If it is milligram, you pick milligram. But in my case, it's unit. Then you click to generate and download templates. Okay, so when you do that, then you click continue, because this is to help you generate a CSV template, right? To help you generate a CSV template. So once you click it, it will generate it. You can see it's loading here. Then it will now ask you to download the template. So once you click and download the template, I think I already did that. So you click continue. Then you select the measurement again, because you are uploading your stock in units, not liter, not milligram, but unit. And this was the measurement you picked when you were generating and downloading your CSV template, because it's a CSV file. Then you will now need to select a CSV file. Okay, you need to select a CSV file. Now let me go. Okay, let me just click select. Now this is a CSV file for me. At the end of this video, I will show you the content of the file, so that you can know the structure of what should be in the file. But for now, let me just go ahead and upload the file. So you click import. The date is already pre-filled. You click import. Import. So entry saved successfully. Then you close the modal by just clicking out. So we don't have the inventory yet because it was imported to our database online. For you to get it, you have to click sync. This will now bring the imported data to your system, and then you'll be able to view it. So I've clicked sync, and it's taking some time. Yeah, so it's done. Now let's go back to inventory and see. And voila, you see, we have our items and their stock. We are yet to sell any item, of course. 200 closing balance, 78 naira cost price, 15,600 amount, and for the rest. And each of them have different potential profit margin. Okay, so you can see this was the one we actually created manually, but we actually uploaded this one. So you see, that is all it takes to create your inventory. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the content of the file that I uploaded to be able to get this inventory in the blink of an eye. I'm going to show you that content. So thank you. See you in the next video.